Hey guys, it's Canuck here from noEHinTEAM, your number one source for awesome, and welcome to Tell Me I'm Wrong, officially episode 3.
Yeah, excited to be here. A-Bomb's ready to roll.
Hey guys, welcome back. AK here. Hope you guys had a good week. We're ready to go.
Alright, let's get started. So first off, what's in the news in the Call of Duty world and community? Well, the new DLC is coming.
Yes, I for one am really stoked on the DLC gun, the Peacekeeper. I enjoy SMGs and I also enjoy semi-auto fire, so I think this is going to be a very interesting marriage, not one that we've seen very much in the Call of Duty universe. However, as a PS3 player, I continue to be a little bit upset about this ongoing Xbox first saga, but we're not going to cry too much about it because everybody knows about it.
And without talking about the Peacekeeper gun, I just want to let you guys know that this is our first episode. We'll be referencing the gameplay because it is only the three of us, so we can all watch this at the same time. I also want to talk about how much Carrier as a map sucks, and so this is a free-for-all gameplay by myself. But yeah, let's talk about the new Peacekeeping gun coming out in the new DLC.
I'm going to agree with A-Bomb there. You know, I love my SMGs and I do love semi-automatic guns in Call of Duty and any first-person shooter to begin with. So that'll be something I'll definitely be checking out once, again, it is available on the PlayStation.
Yeah, we get to wait another month. Fantastic. Question for you guys: what do you think? Do you think the gun's going to be just mediocre?
They're probably best off to make it somewhat mediocre to begin with, and maybe give it a chance to play out in the circuit and then buff it. I guess that's the one advantage to playing on PS3 and having that month window is that the new maps and and in this case, very first time Call of Duty's ever done it, a DLC weapon gets a little bit of playtesting in, and they make adjustments before we even get a chance to grab it. So I think this is a great opportunity for Call of Duty as a franchise to introduce gun DLCs because it's a near future setting. And they literally just created a gun. Like it's not based off anything real as far as anything I've read. It was just literally an art concept, and they wanted to fit a niche as far as like a weapon type. And I think that's a really smart way to go about it because when you look at shooters, especially in the heyday, you know, like the Quake days and Unreal, and when shooters are really starting to take over the landscape of video gaming, they did that. Most of the guns, in fact, all the guns were just imaginary, and it allowed them to create very specific types of weapons, and it allowed them to create really, really fantastic weapon balance. So I think by doing that, they're gonna fit it into somewhere that doesn't have anything in it. So
But you have to remember, it is Activision and it is Treyarch, and they want to keep pushing people towards that DLC. I could see them making that weapon just kind of a pain in the ass, and forcing people to spend the
money to get it.
The money to get it, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
if they do that, that would be the ultimate kick in the teeth of all like legit Call of Duty fans. That would be terrible.
Well, they've screwed people in the past.
Yes, they have.
Exactly.
So if you're watching this gameplay, you're probably referencing the area that I spent all my time in. I will say this is the only way, unless you camp on the lower end of the level, to win a free-for-all match. You stay near the staircase because people keep spawning in the same spot. If you've got a better strategy, I would love to hear how you beat anybody on Carrier.
Yeah, definitely. It's much easier to hold down a closed building over there, you know, opposed to trying to sit up on top of those jets on the other side and try to take out a win that way.
But that's why this map sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, definitely.
My issue with the map is that it's kind of I don't know, it's a medium map. It seems large because they have so many open areas. But on the same note, I'll say large open areas, but when you get into an enclosed area, it's really, really, really close quarters. Like even in this area that we're looking at right now with the helicopter, in reality, you've got a lot of different cover options. But to move from area to area, you're a sitting duck for so freaking long that it just makes, if you move out of the area you spawn in, inevitably, you know, you might luck out, you might get to where you want to go, you might pull off a couple of quick kills while you're in the open, but there's just no good way to navigate the map.
I just don't like it because it's one of those maps where, it's one of those things where you know where you have to go in order to win. I don't really like maps like that. I like maps where there's multiple areas of high traffic. You'll see me move around just because I don't like to camp in a corner and take guys down. But I don't know, this map just lacks creativity for me. I think they made a just one piece of the map, and then they're like, oh, let's just throw a bunch of planes on it.
Yeah, very chaotic. Like this, it has a lot of potential. Like when I first saw the first time we were playing it, the overview of it, I said, oh, this looks like it could be good. This looks like it could be a good map, and it definitely had the potential to be. but like you said, like it's a big open field, and they're like, oh, I'll just throw a burnt down helicopter here, some planes here, and all right, go.
Yeah, it has definitely has the feel. Not I won't call it a lazy map design because I think the art is really good, and the concept is good. But I think they focus too much on the presentation as opposed to the playability of the map, and that's not something we see a whole lot of in Call of Duty. But when maps are bad in Call of Duty, they tend to seem really really bad because people move so quickly.
But aside from how bad the maps are, well, for example, everybody knows that Hijack's the worst map in this Call of Duty.
Hijacked.
There's just this map. I find it's not as bad as Hijack, but the revenge spawns are ridiculous.
Yeah, it does happen a lot.
All I have to do is I know when I shoot a guy and it's a free for all round or anything, I know he's spawning directly behind me, and there's be some moments right in this gameplay where I shoot the same guy 4 times because I know he's coming up the same staircase. So yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought they could do a better job. And is it just me, or did Treyarch fail on some creative concepts with their maps? I just remember in the Modern Warfare 2 where there was just there was fun places to try to get to on the map. I liked those. I liked those because one, I usually didn't spend my time trying to get there, but there would always be someone doing it.
Always trying to get the exploits. Yeah.
And you could shoot them like the skyscraper one where you try and get to the top of the skyscraper. That was always entertaining. I just think no different than when they did Nuketown again. Where is a tunnel to go from one side to the other?
Yeah, I totally agree. Risk reward parts of maps where if you're willing to put yourself out in the open for a good long stretch of time, you should be able to get somewhere where it's really hard for somebody to clear you out of there. Now, obviously, in this case, it was high rise or skyscraper. I can't remember. Whatever.
High rise.
High rise. Okay, yeah, the map was high rise. I always get the names mixed up because there's so many similar maps in Call of Duty. But the one we're talking about, obviously, Modern Warfare 2, and everyone knows the spot. You get up on the wall, you crawl along the ledge, and then you eventually get up on top of the very top of the map. And if you've got a sniper rifle and you have any skill whatsoever, you can easily own a free for all round from there, or any team game as well. But getting there was a major pain in the ass, and you got shot out way more often.
I just liked it as an option.
Yeah,
I just liked it as a
exactly.
thing where you can no different than I will say I do miss the Moab in this Call of Duty because there's just that one less thing to go for.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, like this one they could have put a lot more thought into this here. That other
Dolphin dive for the win. Dolphin dive kill cam. Woo! Sorry, AK, had to put it in there. Please enjoy this dolphin dive kill cam.
Yeah, like I say, they could definitely have improved a few things. Like, for instance, they could have made a sniper spot kind of like that on the other side of the map from where we're looking
agree.
right now.
There's a nice building over there.
Why just make it an underpass? There's no.
I mean, if you're looking on the right-hand side of this, the outro image there, you can't see it now, obviously, but the control tower, would have been awesome to have multi floors, and go back to like classic Call of Duty map design where you have a few sniper nests.
Okay, moving on. This gameplay that you're watching right now is one of my executioner-only free-for-all attempts.
Yes.
This is for the challenge.
Oh, I hate that gun.
Enjoy this entertaining gameplay. I played tons of rounds with the stinking executioner, and I will never I will never play with this gun again because we are happy to say that somebody successfully accomplished the challenge.
Yes.
We will be saving the winning gameplay for another video, but go for it. Give it a whirl because it will make you a better player.
Yeah, it will definitely increase your skills just because you feel so naked and so underwhelmed when it comes to firepower that it really changes the way you navigate the map. All right, so tell me I'm wrong. People who swear instead of saying or need to get a clue.
Well, fuck, I don't know, man. It's just bullshit. I gotta keep going on this. It's just so frustrating, like listening to these people's vocabularies online playing. Like, oh man, you fucking suck, fucking, shit.
Sorry, moms.
Yes,
this is not us. We're just relaying what we hear online.
That's for sure.
Even outside of the Call of Duty universe, there's nothing that makes me kind of like just, I don't know,
irritated.
I just cringe when I hear people talking in that way, and I've nothing against using some colorful language, get the cusses going, woo! What the cuss?
I actually interviewed somebody for a job, and they chose the F-bomb instead of saying after every word. and it was for a job where you talk to the general public.
Wow. That's the way to leave an impression.
You've got this interview dialed. You know exactly what you're doing.
Like you just
man.
you can't sound any more unintelligent than by fucking
Yeah.
it just sounds so ridiculous. And if you're in that habit, just work on breaking it. Your buddies might not care.
Well,
your girlfriend might not care, but there will be people that will care, and you will come across sounding like a moron.
Look at commentaries as a whole. If you enjoy listening to people on YouTube, I tend to think that the people that you enjoy listening to aren't throwing down F-bombs left, right, and center.
No,
because
they're
it gets
articulate and
irritating.
well-spoken. And if you're articulate and well-spoken, you don't need to be dropping F-bombs and insert any other random in there. So
Yeah. I just when I hear someone like that, I think of their intelligence, and you couldn't think of any other word but fuck, ass, shit, whatever to throw in there. It just doesn't.
RCXD.
RCXD.
Yeah, it just
Matt Damon.
doesn't make sense to me.
No, not at all.
However, I did hear AK curse the other day, and this just flows nicely with another Tell Me I'm Wrong. He was walking down the street while three of us were in a line, and, someone had an umbrella, and while they're walking with their umbrella, they're also texting. Well, they were texting, correct?
Yeah, head down, not looking anywhere.
Yeah, huge umbrella.
Huge umbrella, and just plowing forward on that sidewalk like it was nobody's business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He could and of course, whenever and this is in Vancouver. This goes out to everyone in Vancouver who uses an umbrella every single day. Keep your head up.
Yeah.
Drives me freaking nuts. Like somebody is literally gonna lose an eye, and I know I sound like a old 50-year-old dad. Yeah, somebody's gonna lose an eye. But this guy in particular was like so douchey Delta Bravo. It was insane. I don't know. So hard to give you the mental picture. But head down, this literally massive umbrella. Like I don't know what was it, 5 feet across from like stem to stem.
All three of us could have fit under.
Yeah,
it easily,
exactly.
that's for
And
sure.
he didn't deviate whatsoever. He literally walked right through us. If I didn't move to the left, I would have gone shoulder to shoulder with the guy. Which in hindsight, I really wish I was a bigger dick and I would have done it. Because it would have sent his cell phone flying, which would have been awesome. Anyways, I did call him out on it, but he didn't even look up once. It was insane.
No, he's his head down. He's texting on his cell phone, and the umbrella is literally the height of everybody's eyeballs.
Yep.
And if you watched him go past us, you just kept him watching him part the Red Sea of people because there's who is this douchebag walking through this crowd with an umbrella?
Yeah, against the giant crowd in Vancouver around dinner time when everyone's like, yeah, let's go for a nice walk to get something to eat.
Yeah, exactly. So umbrella, cell phone douchebag, you've been called out. Don't do that crap. Put your cell phone away. Keep your eyes up.
Yeah, I'll definitely be hiring someone to come after you, that's for sure.
Ooh, come after you as in an assassin?
Yeah, definitely. This one's one of my favorites from the week. Online, there was a article about a dad who ended up hiring a online hitman to take out his son's online characters in video games so that he would get a job.
Yeah, his son was playing so much video games, the dad was like, this is it.
I have to change this.
I've had enough. So he literally, he found people that he would pay to kill off his son's characters in his online games. And it got to the point, okay, and this kid isn't like 11 or 12 or anything like that. This kid's 23.
Wow.
Obviously living in his dad's basement. His dad is absolutely livid. His son does nothing. And so eventually his son's like, okay, dad, I'll get a job. He goes into work for a software company, lasts only 3 months before he gets fired and goes back to the online gaming.
I applaud this father for a little bit of forward thinking. Like how can I really affect him negatively? And honestly, some people are so addicted. Like I'm thinking like a World of Warcraft player where they've got this character they've literally invested thousands of hours, and tons of money with a subscription. And they would blow their mind if they were getting repeatedly killed off by these guys, right? And you would have no idea why it's continually happening. But so I applaud the father for forward thinking. But here's an idea. Kick his ass out of the house. That'll be a lot more effective than hiring online assassins.
How about charge him rent? Maybe make him pay for internet use?
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
Just kick him out like A-Bomb said, He needs to see that harsh reality that is life.
Exactly. Yeah, 23 and that his reality is online video games.
Whoa.
I mean, we all enjoy them, but we also have a real life.
Look at the non-selling of consoles in those countries right now. There's still a ban on consoles. And they speaking of Activision trying to take everybody's pennies, the creation of the Call of Duty online game for PCs only because there weren't any consoles allowed in China. I find that fascinating that a country has to say, look, there's no more video game consoles allowed, but you can have a computer. No one's gonna play on that. And then limiting who's allowed to play on consoles and who's not. I just think it's crazy.
Everything there is so limited. I have friends that have been there for the last 2 years teaching English as a second language, and sometimes they can't access Facebook, sometimes they can't access CNN, sometimes they can't access even Google. Just depends on what's gone on in the news that day and what the government wants them to see or not see.
Yeah, it's a tough go. I mean, censorship is definitely an issue.
I would like to know how much these hitmen were being paid
to
get the games.
Totally, man.
Because I think that would be a legitimate career.
Well, I hear stories about people like auctioning off characters and items for real dollars, right? Like people will spend an outrageous amount of money to get something that it doesn't even exist. I find it astounding.
Yeah, like I remember playing in my early years playing Halo. And seeing these guys with level 45 and up accounts where they just have symbols and going, oh, that's so cool. And then my buddy being like, oh yeah, you can buy one for like $100 off eBay. You're selling a virtual account.
No, I have no problem with people selling them. I give props to the people that are like, I wonder if I can get money for this. The people that are buying them, like, what? Like, where's the and to me, like, there's certain games where the grind is like just there's no reward, right? It's just endless and endless. But in games like in RPG games like World of Warcraft, I keep bringing it up because it's the big one. People that play them tend to enjoy the process, and that's why they continue to play it.
Yeah.
But somebody that wants to buy a leveled up, fully tricked out character, what I don't get it.
Yeah.
So you spend a bunch of money and then do what? Run around with like a Uber Lord character?
Exactly.
Like I don't get it.
So first you blow your money on the game to buy it, and then you blow your money on a like you said, a tricked out max level character to not enjoy the game and not play it at all.
Yeah, because you don't have to earn anything or find anything or enjoy any of the experiences.
And a level 80 shaman.
No big deal.
How many hours you played? 0.
Exactly.
15 minutes, bro.
So you don't even get like the nerd, like you don't even get that like nerd status. You're just an idiot that bought a virtual character.
Well, it's no different than the guys that get 10th prestige off the bat due to a hack.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
It's 10th
same
prestige.
thing.
I'm
awesome. I'm awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do in any digital presentation? There's always gonna be people that try to find workarounds and try to just screw it over for everybody else.
Well, it's that or the guy that hides in the graphical glitch rock and wins round after round.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just ridiculous, and that goes back literally in like the late '90s when hacks started to really find their way into online games. And speaking of annoyances, sorry guys, this one's only going to be half a round in this multi-team hardpoint because theater screwed up as it tends to do on a very regular basis. But this was just the three of us playing a multi-team game, and we've had a lot of major wins in this game. And at some point when we have a chance, we're going to bust out a multi-team hardpoint tactical video for you guys, so keep your eyes open for that one.
All right, one last point on that online hitman. Kudos to the kid for actually, put on a mic, finding out why they were killing him, and confronting his dad and saying, look, I can play games or I can not play games. I'm gonna look for a job that suits me and one that I like, opposed to
his kid found out that his dad was hiring these people. So eventually in some game, his kid was like, "Stop killing me! Why do you keep doing that?
Why is it always me? Why?
You mad, bro?
You mad, bro?
Mad, bro? Oh god!
Every time hunter killer drone hits me, every time. I hate this game.
That sounds just like me in Black Ops 2.
Oh, here it comes!
Oh gosh! All right, moving on. What's next on the docket here, guys?
Well, we have to talk about food because it just strikes
it's
passion.
a team staple.
So,
Exactly.
We're going best burger, worst burger. Because everybody has their choice. Everybody has the loyalty to a certain burger chain. I think we can all agree that if there's nothing to eat and it's 12 o'clock at night, you see the Golden Arches, you just settle for a Big Mac or a McChicken. And that's just because it's open.
It's because it's open, yeah. But that's to say, a lot of people slag on North American food, and I am one of them. I love my ethnic food, but but a burger, a great burger, wow, that is up there, top 10 planet, like throughout the entire planet. It's a great meal.
Okay, so let's start with best burger. Throw it out there. What's your favorite?
You're starting with the best.
Yeah, I want to go best.
Let's start with best chain first off.
Yeah, and what are the rules? No regional chains. We're going international mega chains
within North America.
Yeah, exactly, North America. Yeah.
I'd have to say Wendy's, hands down, have the best burgers, and even their chicken sandwiches meet my
Spicy
my part.
chicken,
Oh,
yeah.
See, I will say that Wendy's is not the best. I will go to Wendy's for a chicken type burger. But usually their burgers, See, I'm going beyond. Like, are you talking just fast food? Because we got to talk about things like...
Yeah, we're talking fast food.
Okay.
Definitely fast food.
Burger joints.
Wendy's to me, their burgers, I don't know. A chicken burger, yeah, I'll go to Wendy's for a chicken burger. But I'm not, like, super stoked on a Wendy's. Like, okay, my rule for a burger chain is if you buy a single burger is that good at Wendy's.
Dude, the Bacon Classic is so gold. Yeah, I'm with AK on this one. Wendy's is the best mega chain for burgers, and I never get that like nasty like, oh, this is just bad food.
Yep.
It's like solid. It's good. It's consistent. I find.
Five Guys not up there.
But
weaker?
Five Guys, Five Guys is a great burger. I would definitely put it ahead of Wendy's as far as a burger. But Five Guys is
still spotty. It's not all across. I know it's all across the states. It's still not all across.
It's a
Canada
very
yet.
limited market,
Yeah.
and I would also. I mean, it's not fast food. You know, there's no drive-throughs at Five Guys. I think drive-through is kind of like a staple of fast food. That's the standard. If the place can uses drive-through, then it counts.
All right.
Because we could really expand this debate a lot if we were taking drive-through out of the equation.
Yeah.
See, for me, I guess we could narrow it down to what you're looking for. Again, chicken burger, Wendy's takes it for me every single time. But if I want a quick, like, bacon cheeseburger, I hit Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
okay.
it's not bad.
Okay.
I do enjoy Dairy Queen. I won't say it's my first pick by choice. Like, I'd say either Wendy's or Wendy's, then A&W would probably be mine just because of the onion rings. You can't beat those. Burger King, you suck. But yeah, and then I'll agree with you. Five Guys makes phenomenal burgers. The first time I had one, I was like, oh, this is so good. I'm gonna try to have another one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not gonna happen. And this is the thing. I think all the chains probably have their standouts. But I would say for me as a whole, across the board, Wendy's has the best like A, B, C, D, E, combo 1 through 9, whatever.
Yeah.
I think they have the best overall lineup. They don't really have any horrible like weak dog burgers like at McDonald's, like Filet-O-Fish, for example.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like that's
true.
And
see, I think Wendy's does a very classy job of their product. Yeah, I think classy.
And they have they have the little old lady that's handing out mints in the sitting area if you're so
true.
inclined.
That's
so that
true.
is classy. Oh, okay.
I call it classy.
If I had to go with the best burger, but the best burger I've ever had though, has been In-N-Out in Vegas. I don't know if you guys have ever been to In-N-Out Burger.
Definitely an In-N-Out fan.
Oh, unreal. 4x4s, Americans, America! That's the one time I'll be rooting for you guys.
Okay, so it's been established that Wendy seems to take the win. Okay, let's go worst burger. I have got tales of everything.
I just in short, White Castle. It literally, I feel sick to my stomach just talking about White Castle. I think I ate a bite of one White Castle burger, and I spit it out, and I'm like, I am never letting that filth touch my lips again.
I'll second that motion. A few years ago, my brother, his girlfriend, my girlfriend, and I went for a trip down to the States to do some shopping.
And what inspired the trip to White Castle?
Harold and Kumar,
Yeah!
of course. And
Shocker.
we see this, and we're like, oh, we've got to try this, of course.
Who wouldn't want to ride through a tiger in a mythical ride? Seriously.
And then have these magical burgers, right? So,
exactly.
So, of course, we go there, and we're like, yeah, they're small. Yeah, I'll have 3. Yeah, I'll have 3. Sit down. We're getting ready to eat, and we open them, and I'm like, well, where's the burger? There's some kind of, like, rat fur patty on here that I've taken a bite of, but there's...
Rat fur patty?
It's like they
Dude,
took
I
rat
agree.
meat and steamed it.
I agree.
Like-
and for all of our Canadian friends that have not experienced the White Castle, like the tradition at White Castle is you get multiple little mini burgers. And guess what?
Yeah, the 40-pack.
It's like the difference between a horse shit and a deer shit. Little does not make it any tastier. That's all I'm gonna say.
I haven't had the pleasure of the White Castle experience, but I will say my worst burger experience ever is anything made at Jack in the Box.
Ugh.
You ever notice every time there comes a commercial, just make a freaking burger. They're like introducing the new grilled cheese, kind of not a burger on sourdough. And I'm like,
And you can get 5 tacos for $1 with it as well.
and then you're putting tacos in there, make a burger.
I've never had the enjoyment of eating at Jack in the Box, but every time I see their commercial, I go, what the hell? They're making a Big Mac. Why hasn't McDonald's sued them?
I know.
This makes no sense.
Dude,
All they did was add a second piece of cheese.
exactly a Big Mac. Oh no, absolutely.
A Big Mac with 2 pieces of cheese. I worked at McDonald's. I ran a McDonald's. You can't fool me.
And do
Jack
they
in
even
the
call
Box.
it just a Big Jack? I think. I'm,
Jack?
Yeah, I'm seriously like I think I don't think I'm off the mark here, guys. Tell us if we're wrong on the name of the Big Mac.
new Big Jack.
Big Jack, but I'm pretty sure that's what they call it.
Oh my gosh. I just don't agree with it as a chain. I don't agree with their little promotions, and I think that they're like, we think outside the box. I'm like, yeah, but not tacos and like, stop. Just stop. I've also had unfortunate burger incidents at Burger King.
Yep.
The BK Lounge, I mean, sometimes it can hit the spot, but more often than not, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. It's got to be like middle of the day on Wednesday. I'm
Middle of the day
driving
on
around,
Wednesday.
looking around for something to eat. Oh, it's Whopper Wednesday. Yeah, I'll have Burger King, and only then will I have Burger King.
Whoppers win. I was
Yeah.
gonna say almost every chain has at least one solid, really good sandwich, and for me, it's the Whopper at Burger King.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not going to be their original chicken sandwich, that's for sure.
You mean
On like a
The
sub.
sub?
yeah, you mean like the original chicken from same thing. McDonald's has their McChicken, which is just mediocre, but the original chicken from Burger King is just like what 3 times as big.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it 3 times better. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, Abum, you've probably had more of the different burgers out there in the U.S. chains than us.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
like, what's your Checkers experience? Or
Checkers, it's always been good. There's lots of regional chains that just a little background, guys. I used to play in a band and we toured a lot around the U.S. And we always had a low budget, so burgers were always a good option. But man, I really love Checkers down in the South. There's another chain that has the exact same menu, but I forget what they call it. But they had a like
Sonic's?
no, Sonic's is good,
Yeah.
but I didn't eat a ton of burgers there. They were famous for their drinks. Sonic's had solid drinks.
milkshakes.
Yeah, the milkshakes and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, Checkers, I really enjoyed their dollar menu. They had decent burgers for cheap, and a place called Culver's, which was in the Northeast, I should say the Midwest, I guess, like Wisconsin, Minnesota, that area, like the Great Lakes region, and it was freaking so good. Their burgers and shakes were amazing. So there's a lot out there. Yeah, all you Yankee fans, just make sure you tell us where we should eat when we're down there.
Oh, I'm all ears.
Yeah, well, we're definitely open to suggestions here, guys.
All right, so what we wanted to make sure happens at the end of this video is please let us know what your favorite burger and worst burger joints are.
Mm-hmm.
Super curious to know. I'm also curious to know what burger joints I've never checked out before because I'd like to take the time to do so because there's not...
You know what would be a great man holiday? It's just, you know how people go and do like
Burger tour?
You do like ballparks, you go to
Yeah.
like 10 baseball games
Yeah.
or whatever. Man, yeah, burger tour, a regional burger tour. You go to all the best regional burger chains and try their best stuff.
That's a good idea.
All over it.
That is a good idea. How about one more, and we'll go with best and worst condiments. My go-to has got to be mustard. You can put it on ketchup. You can put it on ketchup. You can put it on hot dogs, hamburgers,
agree.
sandwiches.
No,
Yep,
What?
yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Mustard is the best condiment, hands down.
Yep.
I can eat mustard on a... It's very specific for me, but I will say the worst condiment ever designed is relish. It's stupid. Green ooze on your... It's this not... I'd rather have pickles. Give me the actual
absolutely. I pretty much never put relish on anything because I also would rather have a great dill pickle.
Yep.
But I won't call it the worst condiment. I've seen worse. No, the worst is the ones where they combine multiple condiments into one tube and you
Yeah.
squeeze it out in this nasty like
pickle. Big Mac sauce?
pickly.
That's not bad.
No, that's not the same. That's not the same.
Have Big Mac sauce by yourself. I'm sure you'll disagree once you have
You mean Thousand Island dressing?
this. And mayo.
Yeah, the special sauce on everything.
I would say
throughout this
relish is
planet.
the worst condiment. It just doesn't make sense.
You know what? I would agree for store-bought relish because I absolutely hate it. You go and
Homemade
buy-
relish? Oh, yes, for the win.
The
Like I
lady-
said, I don't put it on anything, but I will definitely use homemade relish.
The lady's mom makes homemade relish, and thank you. But she did send us a jar out when we did move out here, so we've got a nice big jar of homemade
Oh,
relish.
nice.
Oh,
Nice. You got to bring
yes.
that out in the summer for the next barbecue, man.
Yes, definitely will.
You're all invited. Just, I don't know. It might be a bit of a drive.
So at the beginning of this episode of Tell Me I'm Wrong, I showed you one of our gameplays of the Executioner Challenge.
Yes.
And before we leave you guys today, we have news of a new challenge. and we're going to give them just a little taste there. Avon.
We'll give you a little hint, and very briefly here, you're going to see a little image. Snap. There you go. That's it. And the name of the challenge is Robin Jihad. So if you can guess what it is, let us know. Give you props, and we'll have another video following here in the next day or two that lays out the rules and the options for the next challenge.
And all I'm gonna say is the challenge is absolutely infuriating, just like the executioner one.
Just like the executioner. But it's still got this fun factor to it for sure. I've enjoyed this challenge more than the executioner challenge.
Awesome. All right, guys. So we're going to basically end it here. But please remember to comment, and if you could, a subscription is always appreciated.
Yes.
But what we want from you guys is to just give us any topic you'd like us to cover. Any food topic we welcome because, man, people are really passionate about their food. And anything that you'd like to see as far as Call of Duty videos, let us know. We'd like to put it up there.
Sweet. I've got nothing else to add to that, so have a good week, guys. Really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in again to Tell Me I'm Wrong. This is...
That's AK saying he's going to say goodbye, but he's brain farted.
Derp, verbal diarrhea. Okay, see you guys.
See you guys.